I remember hearing a story of a man who owned a very beautiful house. And this man loved walking up and down the hallways of this house, just admiring the beautiful house that he had made. And so one day he's walking down the hallway of this house, admiring the house that he had made, and he realized there's a crack on the wall. So he rings in the builder and says to the builder, mate, I'm walking down the hallway of my house and just realized this massive crack. Please come over and fix it. So the builder comes over, patches the wall up nicely, and the house is as good as new. 1 week later, again, the man's walking down the same hallway that he loves walking along every single time, and he realizes, whoa, there's another crack on the wall. So once again, he rings the builder. Mate, there's another crack on the wall. Please come over and fix it. The builder comes in gladly, patches up the wall. The wall is as good as new. 2 weeks later, again, he's walking down his favorite hallway again, and this time around, he notices that on both sides of the wall, there's massive cracks going up to the ceiling. Infuriated and upset, he rings the builder. What the heck is going on, mate? I've called you in, I've rung you in twice already. You've come in, you've fixed my walls. Now there's massive cracks along both sides. What's going on? The builder comes in, has a look at the wall and says to the man, well, I can't really do much about this. The man's infuriated. What do you mean you can't do anything about this? The builder says to him, well, this seems to be a foundation problem. Something is happening with the foundation, that the foundation is shifting, and that shift is making the walls crack. I can patch up the walls now, but they're going to crack again if we don't address the problem of the foundation. The reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because oftentimes in our life we've got cracks on the wall that we patch up instead of addressing the foundations that might be shifting. This reminds me of one of the laws of motion by Sir Isaac Newton, my homeboy. And that's the third law of motion that says that every action is an equal opposite reaction. That means the reaction is an effect and the action is the cause. So whenever we've got problems, we have to realize and remember that the problem is an effect that has a cause that we can always address at the root. So in this video, I'm going to share with you one tool that you can use to address any problem at the roots. This tool is referred to as the Ishikawa fishbone diagram, or the cause and effect diagram. In this diagram, we've got the problem or the effect at the head of the fish, and along the fish's bones, we've got the different causes of that problem. The first thing to remember is that the problem is the effect, and this effect has got different causes that cause it. We also have to remember Newton's third law of motion that says that every action is an opposite or equal reaction, which means a reaction is simply an effect that has a cause, which is the action. So for example, I remember being unfit, not working out, not really, just being out of shape. I've never been out of shape like that for a long time. And I had to sit down and really think of the factors that were making me be in this position. So in this case, being unfit was an effect. And there were different causes behind that, like not working out consistently, not going to the gym, not having a good diet, not sleeping on a regular schedule or whatever. Addressing that problem helped me address the root problems, the root causes of the issue that I had. So that was the Ishikawa fishbone diagram, or cause and effect diagram, that you can use to solve your problems by going directly after the roots. Think of it like a tree. You've got the roots, you've got the branches, and you've got the trunk. To solve the problem, to solve the tree, or to kill the tree, you want to kill it down at the roots. Comment down below how you solve your own problems, and I'll see you in the next video.